Hello everybody, welcome back to Jordan Golf TV, where we are talking about all things golf. And in today's episode I have another golf shoe to share with you guys. It's a pretty exciting pair. Since I first laid eyes on these, I've wanted to grab a pair. It's the Air Max 1 Always Fresh. Now I'm not gonna lie, since getting into the whole golf content thing and getting into golf shoes, a little bit like my sneaker addiction, this addiction has really taken hold of me. But unlike my sneaker addiction, the golf shoe market is kind of interesting because this particular shoe, despite it being a limited edition shoe, despite it being a Masters shoe, despite the colorway being really wearable and the design being really cool, I managed to pick these things up pretty cheap. I got these for like £150 off eBay brand new, which I've got to say has got to be pretty close to the retail price. If you guys are following my main sneaker channel, you'll know that I love my Air Max 1s. My favorite Air Max 1 of all time has to be the Atmos Japan pair. My next favorite has got to be the Chlorophylls. The fact that we got a retro of these last year has been just absolutely awesome. And I also like the Big Bubble as well. This is the Air Max Day pair from last year that I have been absolutely beating over the past year. So the fact that Air Max 1s have been making a big comeback with the Big Bubble in recent times, and the fact that I'm getting into my golf shoes big time, meant that these were an inevitable pickup. First of all, let me know what you guys think down below about that price. £150, which is right around 180, 190 bucks. Brand new. This is a UK 9.5, US 10.5. Let me know if you guys think that's a good deal or not. Having a look online at StockX, for example, you can buy them right now for £200 before fees. So likely with everything all included, that's gonna come out around about 250 quid brand new off StockX. So I feel like 150 off eBay, in my mind, is a pretty good deal. But let me know what you guys think. Now this shoe, from a colorway perspective, in my opinion, is really awesome. I mean, they're bright, they're loud, the gradient orange goes hard, the color blocking mixed with the softer, lighter neutral tones looks dope. The black swoosh goes hard. I think one of my favorite details about the entire shoe is actually the part of the shoe you can't even see, the Always Fresh, which is on the bottom. And let me tell you a little bit about the inspiration for this shoe. So it's a Masters themed shoe. These came out back in 2023. Some of you guys have probably been rocking with these or have them in your own collection. So I know I'm a little bit late to the party, but like I said, I've been building up my golf shoe collection, looking around at some of the more collectible golf shoes out there, and yeah, I had to scoop these up. And yeah, they're inspired by the Georgia peach, and as we know, the Masters is in Georgia at Augusta, and so yeah, it's a peach shoe. The details on the shoe are crazy. So the material is like this soft, furry, suede type material that, to the touch, to the feel, and to the close inspection via the eye, really do give off the impression of peach fur. The gradient mimics the color of a peach, the way it transforms from a orange into a red. The inside of the peach, when you bite into it, is depicted in the lighter tones across the toe box as well as the upper. I mean, they even went through the trouble, and this is probably my favorite detail on the entire sneaker, to include a little sticker on the back quarter that is kind of like flipped up, the way oftentimes these peach stickers are when they're in the supermarket or whatever. There's like a woven material around the ankle collar, as well as on the tongue, as well as like a woven feel about the laces, which give off the idea of a peach basket, I think. The tongue tag is also really cool. It says Always Fresh, Beaverton, Oregon, from our studio to your feet. A little stitched Nike logo on the back, and as I said before, the black swoosh on the side, which features in a nubuck suede material. You've also got a few little green accents like the TPU eyelets on the top, as well as the lace tips. You've also got a little bit of green on the inside of the air bubble as well, tying the whole shoe together really nicely. Honestly, the details on this shoe go crazy. Right, so in terms of the fits and the feel, as I said before, I got a UK 9.5, US 10.5, which is usually the true to size that I like to go. I can get away with a 9, can get away with a 10, but UK 9.5 is basically the money size for me. And I'm glad I got the UK 9.5 because these do fit quite snug in my opinion. Had I gone down to a UK 9, I feel like these would not be as comfortable. So yeah, true to size is the fit. In terms of the comfort, like they do feel a little bit more like robust in terms of the construction compared to your normal Air Max 1s. Like the materials on normal inline Air Max 1s definitely don't feel quite as sturdy as these ones. They also don't feature quite as much padding around the ankle collar compared to normal inline Air Max 1s, which I don't actually mind. I do appreciate the slightly more robust feel about the construction, as well as the lack in padding. There are a couple of nice little bits of padding right on the back of the heel there. They do have a nice squishy insole, which, to be fair, it's not like super thick or super squishy, but it is pretty cool in that it features that same peach gradient colorway with some Always Fresh branding on the heel. I'm not sure to what extent these are waterproof, or they have been waterproofed. The waterproof guarantee didn't come with in the box that I got. I'm not like getting the impression that these are properly waterproof just because of the material. So this is probably going to be one of those shoes that I would reserve to play in dry conditions. And that's also bolstered by the fact that the outsole isn't like overly rugged. I mean, they do have a soft spike setup, which is comprised of these little square nubs. There's a whole bunch of those that'll set out a little bit like a cityscape. The mid panel has a sort of flatter arrangement in terms of the traction. So yeah, these do have the soft spike type of setup, but I can't imagine these things would be particularly good to play in if it's super wet. So from like a collectability standpoint, I'm really stoked to have these in the collection. I think these, as well as the Air Max 97s, are two like really cool collectible Nike golf shoes to have in the collection. And even though the sun is setting, pardon the pun, on our summertime, I still might try to get out and play in these before the weather truly does go to crap. But if I don't get a chance to do that, I'll be happy to just keep these on ice to break out next summer. This is pretty much the ideal summer golfing shoe from a colorway perspective, from an aesthetic standpoint, and yeah, I'm really stoked to have them in the collection. And I feel like I got a pretty good deal at 150 quid, brand new. What do you guys think about these? Where would you rank these in terms of the best all-time Air Max Nike golf shoes? I've got them right up there for sure. There are still a few other pairs that are on my hit list, but honestly, the golf shoe collection at this point is starting to get pretty crazy. And if you guys want to see a video where I share all of my golf shoes, which have pretty much mostly been picked up this year, let me know down below. Comment collection down below, and I will bring you guys my entire golf shoe collection, which, yeah, man, I'm starting to become pretty proud of for sure at this point. And yeah, let me know what you think about 150 on these. Is that a good deal or not? I mean, it's about market. It's a little bit under market. It's not crazy. You know, I could maybe hold out and find a used pair going for a little bit less, but yeah, super dope shoe. Really happy to have them in the collection. And listen, thank you guys so much for your support on the channel. Really means a lot. I'll see you guys tomorrow for our weekly news recap video. Until then, take care and peace out.